Today we have our first piece of confirmed canon Ninjago content in over a year, issue 1 of the Garmadon comic. Today I'm going to be reviewing chapter 1 of this comic, Two Moon Village, and before I start I want to do a little PSA. I'm not going to be putting out a reading of this yet. I will, like the Tentacles Below video, but not yet, because if you can, you should absolutely buy this comic. It's very rare that Ninjago will actually get a good release, let alone one handled as well as this. So I feel like now more than ever we need to show it financial support to show LEGO, yes, more like this please. You can find it for dirt cheap on Amazon. I got my copy for literally under £3, so it's not too much money to spend. And as much crap as I give LEGO, when they do a good release, in which this is a very well handled release, you should vote with your wallets. Buy the Garmadon comic, if you can. Okay, with that, let's get on to my review. Okay, so the story of this issue sees Garmadon struggling with his good and bad side, much like March of the Oni, as he navigates a desolate woods. He sees a bear attacking two villagers and gets into a fight with it, where he finds out his powers aren't working correctly. Despite this obstacle, he manages to use a tree to defeat the bear and save the two villagers. These villagers recognize him as Lord Garmadon and respect him, so they take him back to their village, in which he's offered a special tea which he drinks, which enhances his powers. He concludes he can use this tea to attack Ninjago and agrees to work for the villagers to get more of it. Meanwhile, Ultraviolet notices this spike in Lord Garmadon's powers and reports it to a new villain, Lord Mogra, who declares that while the Sons of Garmadon ride no longer, his faction, the Red Crows, will fly forever. I think this was a really strong introduction to the Garmadon comic story arc. The best part of this comic is definitely, and I think a surprise to no one, Garmadon. Garmadon, just like in March of the Oni, has excellent characterization, and it lines up with his characterization in March of the Oni perfectly. Garmadon is a cold, calculating, cruel man with a good sense of humor and a tinge of heart still left in him, and this comic captures that essence perfectly. The opening 2 pages of the comic, which recap the broad strokes of Garmadon's life story, really hit me in the feels. It is a really nice and stylish recap. What I really love about this opening is how it marries all of the eras of Ninjago's visual style seamlessly. On 2 pages we have Season 4, we have Season 5, we have the Oni trilogy, we have Season 11 and Season 1. I really love this. This comic also just has some excellent art. There are some really pretty panels in this. I really like the new villager characters, I love how they brought back Ultraviolet, and I'm excited to see more of this new villain. Ultraviolet's presence in this comic also gives us a rough timeline placement for this comic story, which is anywhere in between Prime Empire Episode 3 and the end of Master of the Mountain. I picked the Season 13 finale as a rough endpoint for this timeline estimate because as of Season 13 Episode 1, Garmadon is still missing.
What happened? Someone's located the teapot of Tyron? Pythor's back? My father's been found?
So yeah, our timeline placement for this story arc ranges from anywhere between Prime Empire Episode 3 and Master of the Mountain Episode 16. And that's about all I have to say about this comic. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to like it, share it with a friend if you found it interesting, and subscribe and turn notifications on so you know exactly when more videos like this are coming out. Thank you for watching everyone. Again, make sure you buy this comic and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.